You're going to lose sleep. You'll doubt whether it'll work. You'll stress to make ends meet. You won't finish your to-do list. You'll wonder whether you made the right call and have no way to know for years. This is what hard feels like, and that's okay. Everything worth doing is hard, and the more worth doing it is, the harder it is. The greater the payoff, the greater the hardship. If it's hard, good. It means no one else will do it. More for you.
If you're going to do it, do it. Say what you can do. Do what you say. If you can't do it, don't say you can do it. Don't over-leverage yourself. Don't over-leverage a decision and then jump in and kind of dip a toe. I think I'll try it out. No, think if you're going to try it out beforehand, but when it's time to go, dive. Finish it. Find out. Come out the other side. Don't leave it and go, ooh, if I just would have. That keeps me up at night. I think it keeps a lot of us up at night. When you half-ass something and you just don't know whether you failed or succeeded, got what you want or didn't get what you want, finding out and looking in the mirror and going, I didn't half-ass it. I went all the way. I found out, and that ain't for me. Or I found out, and you damn right that is for me. That's a great place to get to.
If you want freedom, if you value freedom, you can't possibly have it as long as you play the victim role. And even if you were physically victimized, and you know, my mom, I don't look at it that way. She was physically intense, and you could call it abusive. I prefer not to use that language because that also puts it in that place. I never even told anybody about that experience until maybe 15 years ago. I was in New York, and I was with this group of young African-American and some Hispanic kids, all had single mothers, all from really troubled backgrounds. And I started talking to them about various things, and I'm trying to get across that biography is not destiny. I was giving him different examples of people, but I could just see him. I could just mind read. Look at this big, tall, white guy, and he's wealthy and easy for him, right? So I told him everything, things I never told anybody, and every single one of them was crying their eyes out. I was crying too.
This is in both these scenarios is remember but don't dwell. So you remember your friends, you honor your friends, you remember what they gave you, what they taught you, what you learned from them, what was great about them, what you miss about them. You remember all those things, but you don't dwell in the past and dwell on those thoughts and dwell on the loss all the time, because that's not healthy either, and it's not going to help you, and it's not what your friend would want you to do anyways.
Like the amount of times when I was on my lonely path where I was too different from the friends that I had, but not successful enough to be friends with the people that I wanted to be friends with. That's when you want people to root for you. That's when you want people to support you. Once you've already won, people are like, he's amazing, he's so good. But like, that's the time when you need it the least. And so you always have to be the person who roots for you before everyone else does. And it's usually a single clap in the auditorium for a very long period of time. It is a slow clap that's just you rooting for you. And that visual, I think, is one that you can kind of take, because it is, people struggle to do things alone. And the path of the exceptional person is one of an exception, which means that you are not with other people. And rather than fighting that or bemoaning it, see it as an indicator that you're on the right path. Because if everyone else were cheering you on, then it means you're not in the right place, because it means you're just like everyone else, and that's not where you want to be.
But I mean, because they giving me a look at the pathway of life. You know, we're not all the same by any stretch, but there's certain fundamental things you go through. I remember some of them would tell me things, like when you're 40, you're going to think this or feel this. And I was like, read between the lines. Shut up. You're full of it. You know what you're talking about. But there were certain things that it turned out to be really true. So some of those you experience, but then once you've experienced enough of them, you don't have to wait to experience everything. You can start to project, wait a second here. There's some real deeper truth here.
Yeah.
And one of those, I think, is it's not hard. I'd invite you to consider, you don't have to hold both. The holding both is like the piece of being afraid that if I really enjoy myself, I won't have the same level of drive. Once you're a fucking achiever, the drive is never gonna leave you. It's just a matter of now you can do it more elegantly if you choose to.
Agreed.
I don't know if that's self-aggrandizing, but that's genuinely my razor for even making the big decisions about, okay, I'm going to sell gym launch. I'm going to marry Layla. I'm going to slum it and live at the gym. I'm going to fly around and do turnarounds. I'm going to start this whole idea of a media company that just gives exclusively. But how do I put all these together? It's like, well, what would be the most epic story? And I thought of this idea of just like, when I think about who that story I want to tell is this billionaire that documented the entire thing the whole way and just gave. Because I always thought, I was like, I wish that Elon Musk and Warren Buffett and all these guys would have and Jeff Bezos would have just I would love to have seen 1997 Amazon content. And a lot of the content in terms of it's getting 5 views. It's it's okay, because when we make it, they're going to come back and watch this. So I don't need them to watch it today. I want them to know that it's here when I do. And I think that got me out of the loop of it. I have to win right now. And then every one of them is just dropping a kernel or a breadcrumb for future me to refer back to.